Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, I'm John, this is Many a Truder, and welcome to Shortest Trip to Earth. A game which, well, this is the point I would normally say, a game that's like FTL but, except then I run into a problem. Because there's no but here. There is no but in that sentence whatsoever. This is just FTL. Like, someone just looked at FTL and said, FTL's brilliant. Let's basically... Oh, remix. Remix is an excellent word. This is basically like an FTL remix. So, welcome to my ship. Unfortunately, something vaguely unspecified's gone wrong. Warp accident, cryosleep, something, and we're stuck a very, very long way from Earth. We're going to try and make our way back there, but you know, it's going to take a while even if we do try and do the shortest trip possible. So unlike FTL, the ship's a little bit on the modular side, which is we can basically actually swap in individual components as much as we want. So we start off with, you know, there's actually a bridge there, these kind of yellow bits around the outside, those are weapons, this here is our point defense, that over there is the sensor. Now you may notice we've also got, how many crew have we actually got here? We've got ourselves, that is 6 crew. We've also got ourselves a cat, so that's Tabby, and we've also got ourselves a robot cat, that's Tabbot. So Tabby and Tabbot are also on board. They don't do anything aside from making me feel very bad when everybody dies. And you probably noticed that all of these things would ideally like to be manned. This likes crew, this needs some crew as well, etc, etc. There isn't actually enough crew to go round. Luckily, we can get around that a little bit. In this game, if the bridge is manned, every system will work, but if you man it directly, it will work better. But there's not enough crew to go around, so you've got to kind of figure out, you know, what people are good at and what you want to prioritize. So for my actual captain, I need to figure out who has actually got the best operation or intelligence skill. So it looks like it's actually going to be... Hello, who are you? Oh, it's John! Who would have thought John was the most intelligent person on the ship? So John, congratulations, you're the captain. You now go... That was not the most efficient way to go. I think possibly he cheated on his intelligence test. Still, he's now in the seat, and as a result, yeah, the shield room back here has officially turned back on again. So we've now got ourselves some shield points. So just like an FTL, 30 hit points for the actual hull, 7 points of shield. That's not actually that much. It's not like a shield blob. These things go down very, very fast, and the enemy will have a lot more than that. See, a couple of my crew members are actually good at gunning. So as a result of that, they should probably be put in, you know, gunning type positions. So you're not doing anything right now. Go and work inside this here gun spot. That's absolutely marvellous. There's a lot of fighting in this game, so probably what we want is to actually have most of these people actually on the guns as a starting point. Yeah, maybe captain, 4 guns, someone in the engines at the back here, that'll probably do. Except, we do actually have some spare components I haven't actually installed yet. So we've got ourselves, here we go, DIY med bay. So what we probably want to do is install that, because we've got all these slots here. So, this slot right here, right in the middle, nice and convenient. Install that. We have now got ourselves an actual DIY med bay. So I would like you to head over here and get yourself healed up if you'd be so kind. Thank you very, very much indeed, because yeah, the little red cross means this guy was wounded by like the warp accident that kicked all this off or whatever. He's now fine. So I'm just going to very quickly make sure that all of my team is, you know, not dying or anything. Alright, intelligent person on the bridge, gunners on the guns, and someone who's a good repair person on the shield generator. Let's see if we can actually keep the shields operating. So, the ship is now ready to go. May as well just install the other spare modules I've got with me, which is a backup, yeah, cryosleep, though I've got a much nicer cryosleep, so probably use this cryosleep if we can, and an integrity module... DIY. Ah, that provides me with a bonus 7 hit points. Okay, that's nice. I've basically just, yeah, patched up the ship with a bit of extra metal, and apparently that's a good idea. And Tabby, while you can actually try and give her orders, sadly, she will completely ignore them, as will the Tabbot. It's purely a pet. So, that is everyone now in position. We're probably in pretty good shape. Except, hang on, need to remember to actually... activate all systems, because yes, unless the system is actually powered, and we have enough power at the start of this to power everything, obviously it won't actually do anything. So, what are we actually doing here? What we're actually ultimately trying to do is get from here over to here. This is like Sector 1 in FTL. So we've got to jump around and try and gather resources where you've got a vague idea what's going to be going on. So I could take the shortest trip and try and get to the exit to move on to Sector 2 as soon as possible. Or, of course, that little one down there that's the other way from the exit beacon, there's a trade signal down there, and a fleet and ship repairs are available, so we might want to go in that direction too. But we don't want to do that just yet, because we haven't visited all the local planets just yet. So if we just go up to the local area, this is us down at the bottom right here, and there's a bunch of planets or whatever circling this here sun. So, close by to here, yeah, there we go, if I want to go over to here, that's going to cost me a certain amount of fuel and a certain amount of organic material. So, like, fuel to power the ship, and organic to represent, like, time passing, so, like, my crew need to, like, eat and drink and whatever. You may notice there's an awful flipping lot of different types of things. Organic, fuel, metal, synthetic, explosive, exotic. That one's money and that one's fate points. I'll get into them later. Except, oh, hello. Why is the ship on? The ship's on fire. That's okay. Would someone mind like going and like, you know, fixing the engine? Because yeah, the ship just occasionally catches fire and no one seems to be in a desperate hurry to go and fix the bloody thing. So repairing's not just a free thing anymore, repairing is what synthetics is for. Metals is like repairs for the overall ship. I'm just going to pause in case something else just bloody explodes at random. Fuel makes your ship move, but you also simultaneously need like human fuel in the form of organics. Explosives is something to do with ammo. Exotics, I'm not quite sure. The game is, well, the way I've seen this described is this is a more deep version of FTL. I'm not sure I'd use the word depth. It's only a lot more complex than FTL. That is most certainly flipping true. Anyway, as I was saying before we caught fire, probably we want to go and have like, you know, a little event. So get time ticking along and we'll see what's happening here. Doing a quick scan and we have got Dies 1, which also might be pronounced Dies 1, so this is just off to a magnificent start. The planet's surface is almost exclusively covered with lifeless deserts and dangerous sandstorms. Some sandstone structures seem to be artificially made, suggesting a possibility of hidden intelligent life. Should we decide to go and investigate? I can just say no because there might be a risk or because I want to save the fuel or whatever, but go on then, I shall investigate, spending another 5 fuel. And we'll see what we can find. So one of the sand structures proved indeed artificial, a hidden entrance to a network of underground caves. So now I get my choice of what I'm going to do. Investigate with some drones or disengage. No, let's dive in. You know, this is the first encounter. It probably won't kill me, though I should point out the other thing I've heard about this game compared to FTL is it's a lot more hardcore. Like, people were saying it's a challenge to get out of the first sector, so we'll flipping see. So investigate with some drones, and I found Cthulhu. Tentacle Predator has grabbed and crushed a few of those drones, and as a result of that, I have lost some of my actual little synthetic material, which I need to repair my systems after combat. So we probably haven't got much else, but oh. You see, now we start getting into difficult decisions. If I want to try and clear out the predators, I'm going to need an assault team if I want to explore. So the AI estimates low danger because the creatures probably won't be able to penetrate armoured suits. So send the crew in, but there's a risk, or leave for now and say, you know what, I've lost 10 synthetic, I'm just going to cut my losses and leave. No, I'm sending in the crew. If the AI thinks this is low risk, I'm going to send in the crew. I want to get something out of this. So we are now attacking, and our operatives managed to track down the pack of aggressive predators. The animals were found to be powerful and stealthy, ultimately proved no match for advanced sensors and weapon systems. Marvellous. By the way, though the game never explicitly says what we are, we do seem to be playing as like Game Boys or fridges or something. It's kind of unclear what we are. From above we look like people, but yeah, inside our spacesuits they are very fridge-like, it must be said. So, I've got myself some money, except credits as like data and 1 karma point, or fate point really, and some organic stuff to keep me going. So basically we're just going to eat the giant tentacled octopus creatures or whatever. So, fate points. Fate points are interesting. If you do like big dangerous things and you do well, you slowly accumulate fate points. Every time you actually die and then restart, you can spend the number of fate points that you earned in your previous run through to give yourself a bunch of advantages in the next one, which is kind of cool for a roguelike, yes. So anyway, I've got myself a bunch of... Ooh. That wasn't just it, though. we've got something else as well. So having cleared out the predators, we've actually found the real locals. So there's actually some proper intelligent life there. Well, of course, yeah, the octopus predators weren't going to have built buildings by themselves. So they are underground maggot farmers who call themselves the Gen Bao. Analysing their culture, our team decided to contact them. Everything went smoothly. There was a welcoming ceremony. Huzzah! So yes, rather than actually having like money, you're basically harvesting data. So if you find rare aliens, rare plants, they're worth more data, but the data basically functions as if it were money. Just pretend it's money, it's fine. So yeah, we got some food, some money, marvellous. Except, ooh. You see, the events like have multi-stages. They're a bit more in-depth than an FTL, that's certainly true. So, our ambassadors ask if the locals need any help. The Gen Bao explain they've been forced to hide and live underground for generations because of a giant monster who regularly appears and kills anyone on the planet's surface. They plead with you to kill the monster who lives somewhere in the planet's mountains. So, I could send 3 crew to try and do it. Or I could spend 60 explosives. Yes, I would say bomb the mountains from orbit, except what if we destroy the mountains but don't kill it? I am going to send the crew in. The crew just did pretty well, so we're going to hunt the entity, and stealthy drones of our hunting party are lucky to discover the entity. It's an ancient autonomous military robot, seemingly in active combat mode. It is not discovered as yet. Right, that seems dangerous, to be honest. That seems very, very dangerous. So now I know exactly what it is and what it looks like. I can now bomb it from orbit, but using fewer explosives. Interesting. Or maximize the salvage tech by engaging it directly. Maximize salvage tech and engage with ship weapons from a tactical distance. So I could get more out of it if I take a bigger risk. But having, yeah, got some intel, I'm going to play it safe. If it's a giant military robot, we're going to precision bomb it from space and... oh, flipping dear. Apparently it tried to shoot some of it down, but doesn't seem to have gone that badly for me. So it was eventually overwhelmed and reduced to unrecognisable bits. We did indeed salvage some valuable materials, so good. I've made the synthetics back that we lost when the robots were destroyed in the cave by the octopus. 2 fate points, and hopefully the people underground will be thankful for that. Yes, so... oh, that's nice. Their delegation starts reciting 1,000 poems dedicated to the liberation of the planet. We decided to naff off. Lovely. So they gave us 100 pots of their most holy delicacy, dried and heavily spiced sandworms. So, oh, because we left a drone behind to listen in our place, we actually have to give it the synthetics. But 2 fate points, 100 organic food. Marvellous. Now we're over cap, which means we have to convert it to fuel. Though in all fairness, the actual transfer rate is extremely ungenerous. I just gave out like 65 food and got 1 fuel out of it. So, there we go. Fuel is a little bit on the low side now, and we gave up a fair bit of explosives there. So, need to be careful. Still, good first encounter for us. Now we just keep on moving around, unpause, analyse the data. What do we have here? This is a mining planet restricted to Intelligent Bank's trademark authorised vessels. Fine, so a mining conglomerate basically lays claim to this here planet. Gotcha. So I can create some long-range missiles with my 3D printer, minus 20 explosives, but should get it out of the way. I could just, do what it says, or I could fight it from a tactical distance, but I might lose a little bit of actual health to my actual ship. Let's just handle this nice and safely here. Long-range shots, there we go. Minus 20 explosives, and now we can go down to the mining planet. Beautiful. So this is an exotics mine. So yeah, this is another form of those currencies we've got. Exotics tend to be rare, but very valuable to the right species because there's plenty of aliens out there. So our drones have discovered a tunnel leading into a thick cry-steel security door within it. We need to get it open before proceeding. So I can disengage to return later. Sacrifice fuel, sacrifice explosives. Explosives are already very low. I'm going to sacrifice a little bit of fuel. So cut through that. And yeah, we get 6 exotic in return for 30 fuel. I'm going to assume that's a good trade. It feels like a good trade to me, yes. So, job done there, but of course, if I had left, I could have come back later when I was feeling a bit more comfortable. Move straight on to the next little planet here. Analyse the atmosphere. So, a gas giant, thin layer of harvestable fuel elements. Ooh, this one seems nice and simple in that case. Sure, let's actually do a bit of harvesting. Unless, of course, there's a plasma storm. Harvesting fuel, and... no. Would you believe the plasma storms are indeed getting more intense? So the crew is recalled, but our mining equipment is still out there. Do we abort? keep harvesting, but that will risk metal, which is used for general ship repairs, and synthetics. I've got plenty of both, actually. I'd rather top up the fuel. So let's see what actually happens. Okay, good. I think I got lucky and just got a lucky roll there. Plus 76 fuel and I didn't lose anything else, so that was a good gamble at the end. Move straight on to the next little planet, and apparently I was hit by an asteroid. Want to see how to avoid it in future? Yes, I will check that in a second, but first need to check out what happens on Die 6. So the planet is covered with ruins of primitive, probably digital age civilization. Okay, craters... wiped themselves out in nuclear war a few thousand years ago. Analysis indicates possibility to scavenge various resources. Go on then, let's have a little look, see what's going on. If it was thousands of years ago, the fallout should hopefully have... Oh dear. It was more than a slight error. Apparently one of our idiot crew managed to flipping set off a cocking bomb. Oh well, that's unfortunate. And we've also got... Ooh. This is interesting. That's no moon, is it? Right. The nearby moon has an artificial structure. Okay, active technology. Well, I don't want to kind of leave this world having gained nothing. Send in the mothership. What do we have here? Storage facility. Okay, that'll do. So we've got some bootleg booze from the moon, some fuel, and one... Ooh, a module. Okay, what's the module exactly? And by the way, we do actually have, like, you know, a med bay, so do feel free to go and get yourselves healed up if you were just slightly nuked. So the component we picked up was a biotech organics container, so I can increase my cap of organics, which we have already hit once. But if I want to actually put that on the ship, I'm going to need to replace something that's already here. So we've actually already got an actual cryo bay, so probably, yeah, the DIY cryo sleep is not really that useful to me. So in which case, in fact, I should probably scrap this, because I can actually scrap that for organics, fuel, and synthetics. Yes, I don't need this thing. So yeah, basically, rather than actually upgrading a system, instead you replace it and then scrap the original. Kind of, that's how it works in this game. So that's probably a little bit on the better side. Plenty of actual organic can be stored in there. Cap has gone up to 977. So if we're running to a lovely friendly planet again, we should be absolutely in marvellous shape. Now, how do I avoid getting hit by an asteroid? Ah, I see. I've just got to keep an eye out on the map and not go through clustered asteroid space. But if I have good quality weapons and point defense and integrity modules, I might be just fine. So I just got a little bit on the unlucky side there. Gotcha. Back over to the plan in that case. So I'm guessing, yeah, it was like some of this. Oh, this feels like an awful lot of asteroids I'm about to fly straight through, but screw it, head over there and hope. And we've got slight fire, just bit of fire, tiny bit of fire. It's fine, will someone please put out the fire? I should also mention that Claire is on the ship, by the way. She is apparently an ex-assassin specialising in jobs against organised crime and is just wandering around with a flipping assault rifle, so well done, Claire. Also, I just noticed that officially, according to the alerts, the Mothership AI thinks I'm sexy, so, well, thank you very much, Mothership AI. Now, as we were saying, DS2, planet with atmosphere. Go on then, give that a quick scan. What do we have over here? Looks like a good spot for harvesting. Ah, organics, yes. Spend a little bit of fuel to get some organic in. We're a little bit low on that right now, and we do have plenty of actual capacity for that whole business. So most of the local organisms produce a radioactive resin, which you could potentially process into, ooh, explosives. Okay, that's interesting. The resin also prevents turning the local vegetation into readily consumable organics. So, research only, leave ecosystem untouched, but that might get me some money in the form of data, or research and process the resin. So I would lose synthetic, but hopefully gain explosives and organics. Yeah, let's do it. Let's just take some samples, do some processing. So it could have been a processing malfunction, a wetware error, or the anomalous properties of the resin, but in either case it did not turn volatile as expected, but became organic chewing gum. Okay, well, on the plus side, we've got a tiny bit of food and a little bit of money, but honestly, I feel like that was a bad deal for me. So, what we've actually got there is this system now completed. So, now that we're actually close by to the star, we can warp to the next system. Warping, however, requires a certain amount of fuel, so a fuel cost of 50 straight up. So, you do actually have to make sure that your basic fuel is looking good, otherwise you won't be able to jump from system to system. So, warp to destination, please. And in just one flipping moment, in fact, you know what? I need to actually turn time back on. Woobly woobly whoop. I'm going to guess, oh, it's the Rat Empire. Basically, read this as Skaven. They're never nice. They're always flipping dicks. So what do they want? They claim this whole area belongs to them, and we must pay property visiting tax. So they want, like, half of all the money in the world, or they want to be bribed by, like, half my exotics, or, you know what, screw it, prepare for battle, screw these bastards. So, we've now got ourselves a ship. So what they've got is, ooh, they've got 15 shield points and 24 hit points. I've got 7 shield points and 35 hit points. Was 37, but I have hit a couple of asteroids on the way. So, probably time to go over combat at this exact moment in time. So I've got these here 4 guns. As long as they're powered, they'll start charging up over time. So you can have, yeah, normal time, slow time, or just kind of paused. So once they charge, they will be ready to fire. This ship has got all the same systems as me. Everyone plays by the same rules. They've got themselves a killer claw laser, shield batteries. Okay, that's probably a good thing to potentially get down. Shield doesn't work quite like FTL. It doesn't like get knocked down and then immediately kind of builds itself back over time. A shield blob takes quite some time to get back up again. So we've just got to knacker our way through the shields. But of course, each of my weapons is very different and good at different sorts of things. So I've got myself 2 industrial lasers, 1 missile platform, and actually I've got 3 industrial lasers and 1 missile platform. Very well. So the industrial laser is a pretty bog standard laser weapon, to be honest. It will cut through shields, it will cut through hull, it'll cut through just about anything. However, the interesting one is the missile platform. Just like rockets in FTL, this will ignore shielding. So I can get straight past their shielding and potentially, straight away, just actually knock out their shield. So where is your actual shield system? Because it's rather important I know where that is. Because line of sight and targeting whatever actually matters. So if you target something closer, then as a result of that, yeah, the square's quite small. It's pretty accurate. Target the back of the ship and there's more chance of spread because your shot will hit somewhere in this range. We do, however, have to be aware of flak and other forms of point defense. So if they fire rockets at me to try and bypass my shield, I've got point defense right here. They, however, have a flak cannon which does exactly the same thing, intercepting asteroids and incoming missiles. So it doesn't automatically shoot everything down, it will just slowly shoot things down over time. But it's going to mean, because of the position of our ships, I'm going to be very unlikely to be able to get missiles over to, well, actually the shield batteries. Increases maximum shield by 7 points. That might be a decent starting point. If I could just try and take that out with a missile, I might be able to pull that off. Though, in all fairness, I probably should just lay down, concentrated fire on the front of their ship. So, just basically, yeah, line up all of the basic weapons here. Just open fire as soon as you flipping can. We'll make the decision where to fire with our missile when it's ready to go, because that's a little bit slower to charge. So, let's see what we've got going on here as a starting point. So prepare to open fire in about 1 second. They are firing something at us. I assume those are missiles. My point defense is going to try to shoot one of them down and will hopefully succeed. Yeah, my point defense I think managed to take out one of them. The other one has managed to go for... I think it might have bounced off. Yes, I think I got a little bit lucky in that bounced off there. Meanwhile, my lasers are trying to take down their shields. They are just firing some random shots at us. So right now I'm just playing in slow-mo mode. Their shields are already down to 3, so their shields are almost completely done already. They're taking a couple of pot shots at us. Those pot shots should either miss because there is a certain level of evade built in, or they'll do some... Actually, those managed to... Hang on. Hang the flip on here. How did that bypass my shield? What's this thing exactly? Heavy rapid-fire cannon penetrates enemy shields. Fine, you've got some form of shield penetration. So we've taken a bit of damage, and that's... They managed to knock out that. That's no good at all. They've actually managed to successfully knock out one of my main weapons. They've knocked out my missile launcher. Thanks to that thing. That's no good at flipping all. Right, well, the shields seem to be holding on for the time being. How long until we get a new shield point? Yeah, because right now we've got 5 out of 7. Doesn't matter so much if they can just bypass our shields half the time. You're a good repairer. Get over here, fix the missile launcher. But in just about, yeah, between 7.5 and 9 seconds, the second round will be ready to go with my lasers. Their shields will absolutely flipping collapse, and then we can start tearing them apart. What's their other laser do? That's just a robust laser that is just going to be tearing apart my... That just completely knocked out my shields. Right. As you can see, this is the first fight in the game, and they're doing, you know, decently. They're doing decently well against us. Oh, flipping marvellous. Right, we may as well just get... Ooh, that's actually a proper zoom in right there. I didn't realise that. It's not actually just like, you know, representation of the weapon. It literally is showing you what's going on. Okay. More missiles coming in. Point defense did do a good job shooting down the last one. So hopefully we'll manage to shoot down one missile and take out the other one. No, I think the other one managed to hit our sensors, which... No, that definitely bounced off there. Good. So sometimes things do just straight up bounce off. Right. Line up fire. Where do we actually want to be concentrating fire? Because we're going to get through their shields this next time. Though, to be honest, I might just want to actually have this firing straight away and the other two not firing until I've got confirmation the shields have been taken out. And as soon as we've got confirmation that their shields are down, which they... You know what, just in case, I'm going to fire another one. Yeah, no, they're down, they're down, they're down, they're down, they're down. Okay, right. Now we can choose where to fire. I would say firing one laser burst at one of their weapons, and the other weapon we've got fully charged at the other weapon over here. That's the way to go. Let's see if we can actually knock out their weapons, especially this one at the back. Right now, I do not actually have... Uh-oh, they've hit the bridge. When the bridge is down, that means any unmanned system does nothing. So, I really hope you're repairing that. Yes, you're repairing the command bridge. Oh, that means the shields are not recharging. Right, ignore the missile launcher, get back to your post, because if it's manned, it will work regardless. Okay, go back into slow-mo. My two lasers should at this point... Anytime you're ready, would you like to fire, please? There we go. So now my lasers hit... Broadly, some of them hit where I want them to, though one of them is bouncing straight off. So, that should do some decent damage. Hopefully point defense is disabled. I think we just got really lucky and the missiles just straight up bounced off anyway. Good, 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 good. They're firing on us with one of their lasers. We're firing on them. What have we just done? We've done 6 points of damage and this has just been taken out. It's going to take them 34 seconds to get that back online. So one of their main weapons has been disabled. I still have 3 weapons online. That works for me, but I don't have a bridge. So my point defense, my scanners, everything is screwed. And I'm down to 22 hit points. Okay, this is fine, this is fine, this is fine, this is fine, this is fine. Are you guys ready to fire at this point? Okay, we do actually have 1 point of shield up, which is going to deflect this, which is good. You guys, concentrate fire on... Actually, I wouldn't mind getting there... Oh, what do I want to focus on? I could take out warp drive's power. I could go for their fusion generator. That will mean they can't power their systems. Yeah, go for it. Right, so they're firing at us again. Did a bit of damage and 1 deflection, but we've got plenty of laser fire. They've managed to get some of their shields back up again. One hostile ship is charging up its warp drive. It's trying to escape, so now we just move over to normal time right over here. So now we're just kind of firing on each other. He's down to 8 hit points. We're concentrating fire. This should hopefully be the end of it. Yeah, I've actually managed to get my bridge back up to snuff. There is a little bit of fire, and my warp drive has also been hit. I've got 1 point of shield. Please actually put out the fire before Tabby, like, gets burnt death or whatever. You've probably noticed these at the front, by the way. So these missiles are 1 use only, very, very powerful. So I didn't want to use them in my first ever fight, but maybe I should have done because... Blimey heck, I've lost, like, nearly half my strength. These guys are almost dead, though. Almost dead. In 1.5 seconds, I'll be ready to fire my next shot. That should be the end of them. And there they go. Phew. So, yes, combat is brutal. Very brutal. We just scavenge what's going on, though. Yeah, fortunately, you do actually get a lot of rewards for how brutal combat is. So that's fair. So we get 1 free module, bunch of organic, bunch of fuel, bunch of metal, bunch of fate points. So that metal will help us do the repairs to the actual ship. What have we just picked up? Multi-container MSE-2. Okay, so storage capacity up. Now, I think I've actually got an MSE container somewhere. Oh dear, everything's... There's a few things that are on fire right now. Few things that are on fire. So if any of you guys would like to just focus on, like, you know, putting out said fires, repairing things, etc., that'd be great. Also, unlike FTL, Hull isn't just like, you know, a bar that's at the top of the screen. Hull is literally a function of how many holes there are in your ship. So I can actually recover some of my health if I just tell my people to fix these here holes. That costs me metal. However, if I actually wait until I'm at like a shipyard or whatever, it's cheaper because they've got like, I don't know, specialist tools to help out or something. So I can spend my metal, of which I've got 284, repairing the ship. But, you know, before that, I should probably go and, like, I don't know, put out the fire or something. So let's just stabilise before we make any decisions there. If I want this over there. Yeah, this is actually MSE-1. So I can take this thing, replace this, and that should lead to... Hang on, yes, Rat Empire, greedy little bastards, etc., etc. Yeah, go on then, tell me about the rats. What else can I learn? Highly individualistic, technology is inferior to our own, projectile weaponry. Gotcha. Put in the new business, there we go. So now I've got a much bigger container here. Seriously, guys, can you just like, put out the fire? Please put out the fire. Everyone put out, there you go. Right. One of you, fix the warp core. Other one, head over to... Oh. There was a med bay here. There was a med bay. I think the med bay may have been destroyed. So yes, entire things can be totally wrecked. I don't have a med bay anymore. And there's also a really massive hole here. Minor integrity damage. Ship damage, that's equivalent to 5. It would cost 150. But that's 5. Yeah, go on then. You fix that up if you'd be so kind. And I'm also going to need to spend 10 synthetics just actually getting my missile launcher fixed up because, yeah, repairs not free. Still, luckily, that was actually a very quick, easy repair. So this is how it often goes. You arrive in a new sector, you have like one fight, and then you're free to explore. So go on then. We've got a small planet over here of Endless Desert. Endless Desert worked out for me previously. Except apparently, I'm under attack. Oh. Destructive orbital mines. I've lost one ship hull point. Honestly, that's not that bad. And I get to explore the planet anyway. So a desolate ball of sand, we found a military ship. Yeah, scavenge that, send in the crew. Let's just see what goes on here. Don't detonate a nuke this time. Okay, just some metal and synthetic. Nothing major at all. Move straight on. Lovely. This is a nice empty one, so the chances of us hitting, like, asteroids seems relatively on the low side. So sadly, the actual atmosphere is too strong or chaotic to actually do much. Was there something else I just saw over here? I thought I saw something. No matter, that might represent a moon or something. Over to here, spending a fair bit of fuel here. So this is, yeah, Lurimas? I've no idea how you're supposed to pronounce that. Strong radiation. No, this is not a nice place at all. What have we got over here? We simply do not know until we get a bit closer. Scanning from orbit and... Ooh! Well, this looks more flipping like it. I've found flipping Coruscant. So apparently, the bloody play are always playing or watching some kind of virtual multiplayer game. Right, yes, of course. The game is so interesting they've lost all their ambition to achieve anything outside of their domed cities. Okay, well, let's contact them. I'm not sure they're going to want to say hello, to be honest, but we'll see. Sorry, the locals are busy at the moment. I've been instructed to let you know we're currently not interested in outside contact. Very well, we shouldn't try and force our way in, but they'll give me a bit of food and synthetics. Honestly, yeah, this hasn't been a great spot for me, to be honest. Are we actually close enough to begin warp procedures, by the way? Can we warp from here? Yes, we can. So I could try and force my way over to the beacon, or head over here for a few repairs. Yeah, let's head over here. So that's another 50 fuel. I've got plenty for the time being. So you move out. Get time ticking along, please. We appear over here. Enemy immediately warps in. And oh, bloody hell. It's a warp whale. Okay. So we could listen to it singing. Or we could try and... No. Listen to it singing without harming it. Maybe that's worth a little bit of data. If we're lucky. So we listen and yes. 3 fate points, so useful for my next run, and a bit of Xeno data. Absolutely flipping marvellous. So, what else do we have here? A lifeless planet? Let's go explore, because we think there's a station somewhere in here. So, ruins of an advanced urban landscape. Looks like a war zone between elder species. No sign of life detected. Immense size, high gravity field. Yeah, go on. Let's nip down and have a quick explore. We've got broken habitation domes, signs of thermonuclear and heavy energy warfare. Oh dear. Right. and potentially full of hazardous conflict remains. Last time I tried to explore a planet like this, I accidentally nuked one of my own crew. Give it a go. Please don't nuke yourselves. And no casualties. And oh dear. Right. When you say there were no casualties, there does seem to be like a little bit in the way of casualties. I mean, like not dead or anything, but oh, we lost fuel, we lost metal, we lost synthetics, and all we got were, well, we got 2 modules. That's worth a lot just for scrapping purposes. So, what have we got? Oh, weapons. Ah, these were warlike people. Well, this is fascinating. So I could replace some of my weapons with some of this business. So a death tail laser, I think we just saw one of those a minute ago. So yeah, those were what the rats had. So go on then. Right now we've got 3 fairly boring industrial lasers. These things do 1 times 3... 10 loading time. This thing, meanwhile, does... Actually, this thing does 2 times 2. But with a 12-second loading time. The power requirement is... Ah, it's a cheaper power requirement. Power requirement of 2 versus 4. But honestly, it doesn't actually seem that good. But it does give me ship asteroid defense bonuses. Okay, that's of interest. What if I was to scrap it? That'd be worth metal, synthetic, and exotic. Yeah, I think we should probably just actually scrap this thing. So let's scrap the death tail laser. Now, the Terran quad sniper. That sounds kind of fun. Oh, ignore shields. Yeah, if a weapon ignores shields, I'm going to prioritize that. Also gives me bonuses to ship defense. 4 times 1, which is pretty good. Oh, long charge time, though. Long charge time. And, oh, this consumes metal every single shot. Right, well... Go on, give it a go. Right, so move that in, please. So we're just going to have that installed. Lovely. Now, that needs... Why is that not currently on? Do I need to activate it? I just need to activate it. Fine. That's also hotkeyed on K, by the way. You can turn these on and off with K. So we probably want that to actually have a good quality gunner on it. I think... Who's a good quality gunner? Shelby, you're a good gunner. You go and work on that if you'd be so kind, because I want my best gunner operating my most powerful and useful gun to get it working faster. So we've now got the missile launcher that charges pretty quickly. Then we've got this thing that, oh yeah, I like this. Just completely ignoring shield. Oh yeah, that's just flipping beautiful. Love it. So, let's see what else we've got in this system. So we've already been to that there planet. There is, I think that looks like, well that kind of looks like a little flotilla to me. That might be where the actual ship we're looking for is, the shipyard. And yes, Medbay DIY was indeed destroyed. Back up to full speed, please. Analysing ship data. Large metal object. Wrecked commercial space station, no active signals. Alright, send the crew in. Have a little look, see what we've got here. So armed pirates boarded, killed everyone, looted the remains. So, not much. Tiny bit of food, and we can strip the actual ship itself of synthetics. Other than that, nothing at all. In fact, we've literally stripped that thing down to nothing. Fine. In that case, we probably want to move over... Oh! Hello! Someone came out to meet us. So this is a Gormel. May your profits accelerate fellow consciousness. Let us trade forms of energy for mutual profit. Our fleet will be leaving this system after this meeting is over. This is truly a once-in-a-lifetime offer. Right, analysis of his credentials suggests a less than perfect reputation. Okay. So, I could get 100 explosives for 100 fuel. Get 100 explosives for money. No, I'm just going to leave. I don't want any of that, to be honest. And he didn't attack me afterwards. Oh, I think I just hit an asteroid, though. I did hit an asteroid. That's unfortunate. So, we are now at... Oh, we're at a station. Proper repair station. Nice. So there's various bits of damage that can only be repaired to the station, because it's like on the outside, I assume. Alternatively, yeah, unmark that. There's no critical damage. The ship is in okay shape, or you can just mark all damage there. Lovely. There's also resources where... Ooh. Okay, buying and selling. Very cool. I could just actually sell my exotics. That's kind of nice. If I were to sell that... I could sell, yeah, large piles of my exotic for a big old pile of credits. Okay, so that might be nice to do. I mean, 30 credits a go. Yeah, go on. I will actually sell you some of those exotics I found for 270 straight up. So I'm up to a big old pile of money there. You can repair all of this damage and you'll do it for 360. Honestly, I think that's actually a good deal. So let's have that just be fixed up there. I hand over the money. My ship returns to perfect condition. Very, very nice indeed. Lovely. So now my ship is beautiful again. Well, you know what? While I'm in a good place, I'm going to sell all of the rest of the exotics just to get as much money as I can. In fact, I think that's all we can do here. So in which case, are we actually close enough to no exotics? Okay. So apparently maybe I shouldn't have done that because now I've got nothing to bribe hostile locals with. So get a bit closer over here. Time to jump out, please. So I could try and go the safe way to the exit at this point. Or I could go down south through areas I haven't been to. But I know this area is safe. Yeah, I'm going to go over here because this is like a black hole. That sounds kind of cool. Though that will, of course, mean it's going to cost me like, yeah, 100 to actually get done. So now I can move over here. That's another 50. Warp to that destination, please. And what do we have around here? And is anything going to immediately attack me? Because I'm guessing that there's a black hole or whatever. In fact, ooh. There doesn't seem to be anything here. Is there... Oh, hang on. There's something here. Fine. So sometimes if you just look around, you can find things. Interesting. Oh. Survivor found. Right. So one of them was a broken B-droid cyborg with an intact memory core. Okay. Just a bunch of dead bodies floating in space, and we've got ourselves a new crew member. For that, that's nice. So you are a robot. So what are you good at as a result of being a robot? A B-droid cyborg has enhanced sexual functions. Oh, I just brought Fisto on board, didn't I? Right. Well, we may as well have a little look to see what else is going on around here, if anything. Well, fuel is apparently getting very, very low. Okay, we should probably just get out of here. I was expecting more exciting, sexy stuff around the black hole, but maybe not. Right, with fuel under 100, we should warp straight on in case of emergencies. Although maybe we want to now go down to Heros just to make sure everything's fine. You know, before we go to the exit, there might be a boss. Yeah, I'm going to nip down here. Warp to destination, please. And I don't have enough fuel to use the... Oh. I don't have enough fuel to use the warp drive. It's fine. Everything's okay. Well, there's a fuel trader actually coming in. Get 100 fuel for 106. Yeah, you know what? Get fuel. Buy fuel. Lovely. And he's included a bit of a gift. Okay. A sculpture made of plastic explosives, but we'll just use it as explosives. So that's bloody convenient. So I've now got enough fuel to jump out again. But there's also an SOS beacon here. Hello. Audio only. This is the Rat Imperial battleship Ferocious Rodent reporting attack by unmarked warships. Alright, investigate, and looks like it's already been very much blown up. Good, works for me. Rats tend to be bastards. We've also got something else, however. A mining laser 1 degraded. Okay, what does this do when it's working? Power draw of 2, 1 and 1. Honestly, it's not very good. I'm just going to scrap that immediately for... Oh, yeah, synthetics plus 90. That's pretty decent. So, we've also got around here something over here, and potentially more stuff floating around I just can't see. So, head over in this direction. That looks like a flotilla or something. So, no, large asteroids. Alright, prospect and mine. See what's actually among them. We found a broken fuel tank. Good, I needed that. Metals and fuel. Nice and simple. Let's just actually, rather than going through these asteroids, we're going to head over here, see if we find anything. Oh, yep, there we go. So there was something there, and it's more just random bodies. This time, I've got some food. So I'm just going to avoid that, and I'm going to see if I just find anything else. And this time, go over here. And yeah, it's just less risky if you avoid those little clusters. So a thin layer of harvestable fuel detected. Harvest that. Let's see if it's nice and easy. Oh, there was an accident. Okay. No crew died. Mothership took 2 hit points. Honestly, for 91 fuel, I think that's worth it. I'm happy with that. So, at this point, we're probably safe to, yeah, move on to the exit. Let's see what's waiting for us at the end here. Because it's probably bad. So, move out and prepare to warp. And something is moving straight at us. Do we know what it is? We do not. But it's probably bad because it's at the end. So, if you guys want to just say hello... What is it? They broadcast... Oh, it's the bloody Rat Empire again. Are you going to try and fleece us? They want 1 exotic or 100 money. Well, that's unfortunate. I can't do either of those things. So, let's see what we've got here. 2 small ships. Let's just quickly see what these guys have got. They've got 1 cannon. And by the way, let's just pause time while we're learning this. So, they've got 1 cannon here. What does this cannon do? That ignores shield. That is... dangerous. Other than that, they've not got anything they can hit me with. They've just got that 1 cannon. Over here, what have you got? You've got an Imperial Gatling gun, also ignores shield. So, in this fight, my shielding is officially useless. If my shielding is useless, then I'm probably better off... Okay, interesting question. Should I move this guy off the shield and maybe move him over to the engine? Because I could potentially boost my evade and whatever by moving him to the engine room. Because the shield's just going to be bypassed regardless. Yeah, I'm going to move him out. That's absolutely fine. We need to stay alive long enough to actually... You know what, this ship is the more dangerous. Yeah, you know what, I'm going to use one of my mega things. I'm going to use this one. Actually, just make sure you guys don't have point defense or anything. I don't think you do. So in which case, prepare to deploy mega missile. Just the 1. This ship seems like the less dangerous. It's a bit on the smaller side. So prepare to launch. That missile is going to be away momentarily. Let my standard lasers charge up. These guys have got 8 and... You've got no shield. Well, that's interesting. That means I should be able to... Yeah, in that case, standard lasers... Just try and disable this ship as quickly as you can. Let's actually just knock these guys out immediately. So standard lasers will be targeting in that direction momentarily. So in goes the big missile. I don't think they can shoot it down. Point defense takes out one, another one bounces off. We've just started a massive fire inside that ship, and we are now... I think we just missed the big gun, unfortunately, which is a bit of a shame. But this ship is very much on fire right now. Broken and broken, good. So that's the power of those one-off missiles. That thing is screwed at the minute. My missile launcher is almost ready to go and can bypass shields. It doesn't even need to bypass shields. I think this is actually pretty much won. Though I would like to... You know what? Screw it. I'd like to actually take out this here... yeah, this actual cannon. Because if this is down, at that moment, these guys have got literally... Oh, they did a bit of damage to us, mind. Right, we've got fuel leaks. We've got all sorts of problems. Please fix the fuel tank. We're suffering a fuel leak right now. That's probably bad. So, sort that out. In go the missiles. And... Boom! Nice. So, ship number 1 goes down, and this thing's ready to fire. Yeah, so concentrate all firepower on remaining ship, please. In come the 4 shots. Oh, this is going to be nice. In come standard laser. In come 4 shots right there. And what are they going to hit? And boom, boom, boom! Your ship, I think, is about to explode. There we go. Job done. Right, so the new weapons worked much better against that rat craft. Beautiful. Oh yeah, 3 modules, food, fuel, metals, explosives, and a fate point. Very, very nice indeed. Now, slow down time in case my ship just kind of like catches fire or whatever. And by the way, guys, get on with doing a little bit of repairing if you'd be so kind. There's a lot of stuff that needs repairing at this exact moment in time. What have we got? Command bridge, ooh, solitary. Oh, I think it's literally identical to what we've already got, actually. So, okay, that can be scrapped in that case. That's absolutely fine. And that's worth a lot of metal, so get that underway. Lovely. A stealth decryptor allows ships to detect enemy fleets with stealth value of 1 within range. Okay, so there's going to be invisible stuff dotted around, is there? That's probably concerning. Yeah, you know what? I've got space here from the med bay. So we'll actually install that. And then finally... a turbine engine. So, hard to break completely. I swear we've already got precisely that. Yeah, we've already got one of them. So, scrap that instead. Scrapping now... scrapping would waste resources because we're almost at capacity. Screw it, it's fine. It won't waste much in the way of resources. So, the Rat Empire. Don't worry, we know about the Rat Empire. They're dicks. So, we've arrived in this new area. I'm assuming that there is the exit beacon. We may as well actually, explore and figure out what's going on around here. So, we've got... Hello! It's Hello 3. We may as well do a bit of harvesting. No, that officially belongs to a mining team again. Just fire the long-range missiles. Job done. And that lets us harvest some natural gas. How much we... Uh-oh. Right. We have been warned. Press on and harvest the gas. Okay, so we located... Aha! Now, I'm assuming because I've got that stealth decryptor, I was able to find that when that might have been trouble otherwise. So, why not? Let's actually just scrap the satellite, so screw you. So we'll just take care of that. Help myself to a giant pile of fuel. Life is good. Head over to here, if you'd be so kind. And, oh no, sorry, I've got to dump some excess first. So convert to fuel. Lovely. Dump some excess and move straight on. You can't move on while you're carrying excess. Got it. Oh! Hello! You don't belong to... No, it's bloody Rat Empire. Right, do you need to be exploded? I think you need to be exploded. Yes, yes, you 100% do. Except on this occasion, they're behind me. So, that means my point defense is going to be less useful. Because, yeah, situation and positioning does matter. And you have no way of turning around or anything. That's just how the fight's going to be. So... They've got a Deathtail laser. That does not penetrate shields. What else have you got in terms of the old offense? They've got Rat Flak Class 2. Fine, so they're going to be able to shoot down our missiles pretty easily. They've got this cannon. That does ignore shields. And they've got a Fast Fang laser. That does not. So, my shields are going to be able to protect me from some of these weapons. The rest of it, not so much. What else is of interest inside your ship? Cryo, sleep, shield emitters, all of that business. Yeah, where's your... Yeah, there's your flak. So your flak defends you quite nicely. I might be able to get an odd hit in. I would like to disable this weapon. And honestly, because this is the front of the ship, it's going to be the easiest to try and disable. Where's the shield generator? That's the thing. Ah, there it is. So, that is actually, yeah, at the back over there. But even if I take that out, I think I need to take out the shield anyway. The shield that's already there remains. What I'm more concerned about is... They have one of those capital missiles, like I just used, which is a concern. I feel like maybe I want to actually knacker that with my other missile. How strong are you? Honestly, you don't seem that strong. Keep time ticking along for the time being. So they're going to fire at me. And, oh, they've decided to fire their mega missile. Well... You know, I'm not too surprised. That's going to do damage. They're firing at our shields. Our shields can take the hit for the time being. They're also firing a couple of those little missiles in. It might bounce off, or it might completely destroy our shields. Okay, this is going worse. Deploy our own mega missile. Deploy mega missile and take out... Yeah, take out their... Oh, we could take out the bridge. That would disable all non-manned weapons, but it looks like... Most of these systems are manned already. Yes. Deploy that. Deploy our mega missile. And sort of hope. Sort of hope, actually. So, yeah, right now we're just firing on their shields. 8 points of shield. If we're lucky, we should be able to handle that. So, in comes mega missile. Start to the very, very big fire. Very big fire. Can we just check the tabby's not there, please? You... Please put out fire. Thank you. Luckily, the fire's at the rear of the ship. The weapons are at the front. So we're okay for the time being. This thing is ready to go. Yeah, fire at the very front of the ship. If you can. We're not going to get shields up for some time. So just... Yeah, just fire over there. See if we can just knacker the bridge. If we can knacker the bridge, then any unmanned systems will not operate. Which will hopefully do something in the way of disruption. And... This bypasses shield, but it's a bit late for that, to be honest. Yeah, focus on the flak. If the flak's down, then we'll be able to just fire freely. So, fire over there. They're firing in again. It looks like they're going to go for the rear of the ship. That's fine. In we go. We just did some good damage to their flak. In comes our mega missile. Is their flak going to even try and shoot that down? I don't know. It might do. It might not. But the mega missile's coming in. Just wait for that impact. I can't remember where I actually told it to crash. It's got actually 6 hit points, so it should be fine. So in it comes, and it's probably going to start... Oh, there it is. Right, so that thing is screwed. That is all screwed. Okay, if I could just get my shields operational again, and that's going to be a little bit on the difficult side. You guys are, yeah, a little bit in trouble. Right, John, you handle all of this. You guys get over here, fix this, please. You're apparently quite good at repairing as a sex bot, so you just get on with that. Okay, preparing to fire, yeah, explosives. Oh, the flak's down. The flak is down. That means we can now basically just target whatever we want. Let's just, in fact, screw it. They're almost dead. Just fire everything. Fire all weapons, please. They fired at us. We are going to return fire. These 2 missiles, with their flak disabled, should be enough to take out the ship. Boom. Okay. They did a lot of damage to us right there. Yeah, those single-use missiles are devastatingly powerful. Ouch. Right, so let's focus on repairing, because if this thing gets up to full damage, it literally breaks. And, like, you know, goes away, and that would be a shame. Now, we've got a long-range sensor here, which could replace my sensor Mark 1B. Okay, so that's 47538. Hang on, star map radar range versus sector. I think it seems kind of better, yes, so let's just repair that, please, and just replace one with the other. What's the other thing do? Terran Energy Reactor, old. So, generates 9 power. What have I actually got over here? We've got ourselves one that generates 15 power. This one generates 10. So, kind of a lot worse, actually. Yes, I think we'll just break this down for scrap, actually, yes. Though that will waste some resources. Oh, bloody hell, I'm massively over on metal. Which is fine, because that means we can just start doing repairs. Because I've got plenty of metal, so we may as well do our own repairs on the fly, because I need to burn this before we move on anyway. There we go, I've got everybody working on filling in the holes, which the sex bot is extremely good at. He genuinely did that a lot faster. Which does rather entertain me. That has burnt a whole lot of metal, which is fine, because we can get a whole lot of metal by scrapping these components I no longer require. Anyway, before the rat rudely interrupted, we were almost at a planet here. So we've got ourselves a complex of automated processing facilities with no property markings. Interesting. Factories are slowly producing volatile chemicals, and they are turning them into star fuel stored in underground containers, no active defense. So we could print some digger bots and loot 120 metal. I do have a fair whack of metal right now. Respect property, do not disturb. Send a crew member. Yeah, go on. Send a crew member. This is probably dangerous. Oh dear. So, we've got... Oh, wow. So her remains were... Oh dear, was that Claire? I suspect that might have been Claire. And apparently we are planning to convert her into organic matter. But you know what? Let's actually get the fuel. So, yeah, you know what? A trade of 60 metal for 195 fuel. I'll take that anyway, quite frankly. So, rest in peace, Claire. We will remember you tonight over dinner for reasons we probably shouldn't discuss. Wait a minute. Claire's fine. Claire's right over there. Uh-oh. Where's the intelligent person? Oh, no, it was John! It was John! Apparently I was a woman all along! I just didn't realise, because everyone looks kind of similar inside the power armour. Oh, no, John! We just ate John! It's much more distressing now it's me! Alright, well, Claire, like, congratulations, I guess you're the new captain, I suppose. So, ex-assassin Claire is now going to fly the ship. And we have made it to the exit. However, it is apparently the property of the rat bloody empire, because of course it bloody is. So, leave for now, prepare for this properly. Oh, right. I'm guessing the game's trying to warn me this is serious business. I'm sorry. Prepare for battle. Okay. Yeah, that looks bigger. That looks bigger. Now, what do we have here? Do you guys have, like, one of those mega... You totally do. They've got a capital missile. This is a rat fortress. It's got... Oh, bloody hell. It's got 23 shields, 44 hit points. quarter chance of just deflecting, and it is well flipping manned. It has got flak all over the shop. So, okay, let's take stock here. With this much flak, my missiles are effectively useless. I will not be able to fire with my missiles, except possibly to shoot down that capital missile, but it's going to fire momentarily. So long-range sensor doesn't really matter. There's a fire fang over there that does not have shield piercing. Other than that, there's, shield batteries DIY. Okay, if I was to fire my missiles over here, because all the flak's on the north of the ship and situation and position matters, I might be able to knock out some of their shield batteries. That'd probably be a very, very useful thing to try and do. What else do we have at the back there? They've got a missile, so they're going to be launching missiles at me. Fine. Anything else I need to know or worry about? I don't think so. I think other than that, actually, they're very well defended. And they've got a big-ass missile. But they don't actually have that much in the way of weaponry. Interesting. Okay, well in that case, the most important thing is to get that missile platform up and running as soon as possible. So they're going to shoot the big missile, obviously, yes. So not much we can do about that. Apparently we're just opening fire. I didn't actually give you the order to do that, but fine, whatever. Hang on, everybody just chill out for a second. Yeah, this here missile platform, the moment that is ready to go, I want you to concentrate fire down over here, please. I want you to hit that. Thank you. And the other thing is, hang on, the big important one, yeah, the actual quad laser business, that is actually capable of bypassing shields. That can bypass shields entirely. I could use that to knock out the flak, or I could use it to knock out... knocking out their missile launcher. Knocking out the shield strikes to me is more important. Focus all firepower that bypasses shields on knocking out the actual shield infrastructure. The actual industrial lasers, once they're actually properly ready to go, however, then we probably want to focus on, yeah, actually their weapons. So you to there, and then you to the rear over here. That's probably fine. Now, in the meantime, that thing is about to cause trouble, but then again, my point defense is trying to shoot it down. Come on, point defense. It's not going to succeed. These things are designed to hit. And it's going to hit the... Oh, it's only lost 1 hit point. If it were going for the rear, there might be a chance, but I suspect it's about to hit right to the front of my ship, and that's going to cause... Oh, it's going straight for one of my weapons. Ouch. Okay, I still have some weapons. It's taken out 1 industrial laser, but both of my armor piercers are ready to go. Please put out the fire. Put out fires, please. Thank you. That's very important. You, get over here. Help sort that out. So, at this point, we've got... That's been... Is that damage or is that... No, that's the charge. I can see the charge. Okay. I've still got 2 weapons. Oh, no! This thing's gone down. Right, okay. I've still got, because they're manned, both of my weapons that bypass shields. They're firing 3 missiles at me. I'm firing 2 at them. I'm hoping these missiles are going to be able to land a hit. They're going to take out probably 1. Yeah, probably 1's going to go down, but this tactic was a good idea. Yeah, 1 goes down, and come on, just explode. Boom. We just took out one of their shield batteries. So that's going to be a big hit there. In comes 4 more hits, and you can't shoot those down. And come on. Boom, boom, boom. I think you actually have just lost your shield emitter. Excellent. Now, admittedly, I'm on fire. My ship is on fire too. That is true. And my guys are doing what they can to put that fire out. It's just going to take a little while. I think they just totally missed, by the way. Okay, what else have we got? We've now got the missile platform ready to go. And they're down to, they're now down to 10 shield points because that battery's gone down. Probably focus over here. Focus over here. That's probably a good idea. And then this big one, focus at the back at this point. I need their weapons taken offline. I need to have a little bit of a break. So, focus firepower in that direction. 2 of those weapons still offline. If I was to put crew over onto this, I could get this one back online. You know what? Screw it. You, get in this weapon slot. and the robot can just keep working on trying to put out the cocking fire. Just get the fire out, please. Just get the fire out. Okay, back up to normal speed, please. That is... in we go. We are firing. They're firing at me. What are they firing? Where did that just come from? I don't know where those just came from. That's a concern. Right, and do not... come on, detonate, 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 detonate. Come on! I think it just did something. I'm not sure. That's going to be ready to fire momentarily. Have they got that? I think they've got that up and running. Okay, this is going to fire in 2 seconds. Focus firepower right here. That'll do. How are we doing versus them? We've still got most of our health. They've done a lot of damage to us. Oh, they've got... yeah, there's some badly damaged systems around here. Yeah, that's not so good, but everything's fine. Income 3 missiles. The fire is being fought back. Slowly. Slowly but surely. Boom, boom, and boom. In come their missiles. I still have not managed to repair that. In come the 4 big shots. These are my most powerful shots right here. This is lovely. Focus firepower on this weapon. Actually, you know what? Focus firepower over here. This is a good little area to target. Right, and boom, boom. I think one of them bounced off. Did we damage that successfully? We did not. Okay, we didn't do much on that occasion. That's a shame. That's a big, important shot. Industrial missiles. Target them right at the flipping bottom, please. Right at the flipping bottom. Do not allow yourself to get in range of this flak. One missile will get through. This guy is just desperately trying to put out the fire. But, you know, there's a lot of fire. There's a lot of flipping fire. Missiles are about to fire. Let's see how we're doing here. They've got some of their shields back. Income our missiles. One of them should get through. And, well, we just did something. We just did do something. Fire is still there. Income more shots. Ouch! I think Claire's just been taken out. I think Claire is dead. Claire's... oh, no. They've sent actual people over to our ship. How many of our crew are still alive? Actually, some. Some of our crew. Who wants to go and fight? Because Claire was... oh, no. Claire was very good at fighting. Oh, dear. How long has Ratican Squeaky been on this ship? Because I feel like Ratican Squeaky has killed everyone, with the exception of Eloy down here. And Eloy's about to be murdered. You need to kill that rat. And then, after that point, then we need to get back to, yep, shoot, 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 shoot. I think I'm out of crew. Ratican Squeaky may have just snuck aboard my ship and murdered everybody. And now... oh no. Who's going to protect Tabby? Wait, hang on, where is Tabby? There's Tabby. Right, okay, Tabby's at the back. Okay, stay at the back of the ship, Tabby. That is sensible. Tabby is currently sleeping in the broken engine room. So this is unfortunate. No, you better not be going for Tabby. If you're going for... he's actually shooting Tabby with a... I'm shocked and appalled. And, unfortunately, the entire crew is now dead. Oh my goodness, that happened because Tabby died. Tabby was actually the last remaining crew member. You can officially win as long as the cat's there. Okay, I feel like Tabby wasn't going to lead us to victory. She does a lot of sleeping. But here's the thing. I actually earned 11 fate points during that run, and I get a bonus 20 for starting in the first sector. You can choose to start later in sectors you've kind of got to already, though I didn't get past the first sector. Right, the things I read about this game were true. Getting out of the first sector is quite a challenge, meaning I've got 31 fate points to spend, so I can use that to personalise my ship in all sorts of fancy ways. Like, you know, starting off with a tiny bit more organic or a tiny bit more fuel, or if you want to go all in with some crazy stuff like, you know, 5% evasion forever, or 5% accuracy bonus to all weapons forever, or, you know, for a little bit less, you can actually have a rat cook. DIY backup weapons, or backup sensors, or, ooh, guard drones. If I had a guard drone, that might have gone better. The guard drone could have taken out Squeaky Ratterford, or whatever his name was. Or you can just, like, you know, upgrade your ship to have, like, you know, Mark II weapons rather than the standard Mark 1s, upgraded sensors, upgraded shields, all of that sort of business. So after you've had a run, you can immediately go on to your next run and actually have a better chance of your next run because of the fate points you earn. So that's kind of cool. That is kind of cool indeed. So this, ladies and gentlemen, is Shortest Trip to Earth, and it is basically, yes, an FTL remix. I will say, I don't think it quite captures the magic of FTL, but then that's not really criticism. FTL is one of my favourite games of all time. The fact that this game goes up against it, directly wanting to be a competitor, and doesn't quite measure up is no criticism. It is still a very interesting game. Personally, I'm not fond of how many different types of currency there are with metals and synthetics and explosives and 2 different kinds of fuel and all of that business. I think it could do with a little bit of streamlining, but I do like the planets where there's like multi-stage quests and where you can go down one route and then, you know, you actually get a chance to improve your odds down a different route and it gives you a chance to back out. You get new information that recontextualizes how risky a choice might be and all of that business. Yeah, there's a lot here I do actually like. I think this could make a very nice live stream, potentially. So do not be surprised if you see this again. Link in the description below if this is of interest to you. I certainly think it's a good game, but it's not quite FTL, but then again, what is? I'm sure we'll see it again regardless. But in the meantime, I've been John. This has been Many a True Nerd, and this has been Shortest Trip to Earth. Thank you very much, and goodbye. This is the face of death, okay? This is what my sudden death looks like. Do not engage before we arrive. Do not engage. What are you doing? I specifically said don't. Oh, no.
No, John.
Oh, he likes that. The Romans touched me.